See, it's not because he's here. That's if you doing that good. Where are you? Hey, Glenn, how are you, sir?
Good morning. How you doing, Mark?
Good to see you, man. I can't really complain, but I'll tell you what, I've had a rough week. I got that unit cleaned out completely. I'm done over there.
Man,
And
that,
I'll tell you what, man,
that took some work, didn't it?
that unit has kicked my butt. And I ended up wrenching my back. The last 2 days I've been dealing with just from that unit. But it is what it is, man. I'm done. So now we're just selling stuff. So
Yeah,
I'm trying to get.
wrenched your back, pulled your ass muscle.
I know I started out with that unit. I've had two pulled muscles, pull a butt muscle in it, and but shit happens.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So I didn't. Yeah, I'm going to give you some funny stats, and then I'll get into the chat with everybody and real quick because I see people showing up. You know how I've told you follow-up videos don't do very good. You know the first locker video of that 10x20.
Yeah.
Got 1,400 views. Not great, but it's good.
Yeah,
But
I
then
haven't watched it yet, but I'll watch it after the show.
Well, I didn't put up another one on that locker. I'm pretty much done with that as far as YouTube goes. I did put up a video today, but it was from the shoe locker I bought. But yeah, but my last here, this is funny. This will be funny. The last video I put up, this is going to be funny, Glenn, on that locker. You know, it was a great locker, okay? But the last locker video I put up last Sunday, our live last week, got more views than it did. Think about that. So we're only going to go to 130 today, like just our because I've got people coming by to pick up some display cabinets, two sets. Well, one of them wants one display cabinet, another one wants the other. And somebody just come by and pick up the magazine rack. We're just selling the hell out of stuff. And yeah, I mean, we're going to be. So I'm probably not going to buy a locker for a little bit because we have to unload some stuff. And I don't have Jay hadn't been over here for a year. Okay, so I can't count on that anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, he's commented on a few of my videos and stuff. Everything's fine, but anyway, it is what it is. I'm just sitting here belly aching. It's all right. Get up this morning, I'm like, oh, jeez. I'm freaking back. Let's get into the comments here. Where'd it go? There it is. All right, let's see what we got here. There, the storage minutes. There we go. That's not the one I wanted to click on. Hey, Mad Dog, how you doing? He was in there. I put up a locker I bought with these shoes in it, and from this druggie. It had good shoes in it, man. And Mad Dog was commenting, "How you doing, Mad Dog? Appreciate you, man." And Eric of Locker Lunatics, hey, how are you, man? You have a video for me to watch this today, or hope so. I like watching your videos, man. I like watching I like watching anybody's videos that are locker related because it's interesting to me. Appreciate you, man. Harry, how you doing, bud? Yo, sorry I didn't get to your 2 and 2 last night. It was late. My back was hurting. It's a little bit better today, but it's still barking bad, man. That last locker kicked my butt. So it was just a lot of, everything in there was freaking heavy, man. Everything. I bet as far as lockers go, Glenn, I bet if you weighed the contents of this locker that I just got out of, it weighed more than any locker I bought.
Well, yeah, books, furniture.
And the thing is, we sold all the books. I got to go one more time. I've got it loaded up into our car, our SUV, and there's 7 more boxes. That'll be another 50, $60. And then I held out some of the better books that we're going to get more money for selling them on Marketplace. But yeah, well, I got about $350 to $400 out of just the books in there.
That's good.
Yeah, didn't find any more gold and silver, but we started out good. You know, we found the sterling, and then we found that little packet of gold and that gold watch. That was that gold watch was really cool. That was because I paid a lot for that unit. I needed to find things like that, and had I not, we wouldn't have got our money back on that unit. So it was kind of risky. But anyway, Harry, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, let's see who else. Mad Dog said the shoe lucky number at Extra Space. It's got a brand new mattress, shoes. I might need a new mattress, man. Brand new one though. That'd be nice. DVDs, the hard to see shoes are on the top of a mattress, and Lowe's boxes. Yeah, we can look. I need, like I told Glenn the last 3 weeks in a row, I need another locker like a hole in the head right now. And I mean, if something smaller came up right now, I might consider it, but only if my body. Bring out the med bed sooner than later, please. I know they're not here yet, and you know how things take. All right, Wild Man and the Champs, Harry. Oh, and these things right here. I've got a bunch of them. These are packs of cards from TWA. I guess they're kind of vintage. I looked these up. I got a bunch of them from this unit. The guy saved a bunch of these. They're like $4 or $5 a pack. So we might make a lot of those. Got all kind of stuff to sell, man. Just all kind of slides, cameras, ephemera. And some of it could actually be really good, man. It really could be. It's just going to take a year or 2 years to get rid of all this stuff.
Oh yeah.
So that's the issue with this one. I'll tell you when you want to know. Okay, tell me something I need to know, man. That's what I'll take it. Hey Todd, how you doing, bud? Yeah, man. Come to find out, our corrupt friends in Washington were selling pardons. They said there was like thousands of them, and they were done in the evening when that actor president wasn't even awake. So those pardons are going to be null and void. Yeah. So what do you think of that, man? Just the corruption is so much. It's like there wasn't anything that was legit. I can't imagine there was anything legit going on. Anything, Glenn? Nothing. It was all corrupt. And who was taking the brunt of it? You, me, everybody in the chat, everybody in they were ripping everybody off. Come to find out, all the pills that we buy from pharmaceuticals and all the stuff that we got they prescribe to us, they sell them for a bunch more here. Like one drug would be like $80 here or $80 overseas, and here it was like $1,300.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he's been talking about that, and all that's going to stop. So the corrupt people don't like that because they want the grift to continue on, man. Bad enough, man. There, we're dog parking. I love the shoe locker a lot. It had a lot of great surprises. What I like about that kind of locker, Mad Dog, I can go get it in one trip, man. I call those dine and dash, and I got that phrase from watching the '70s show. where where they would go into like Kelso. Well, I got a story about Kelso, but he played the really crazy character on the '70s show. He said, "I'm gonna take you all out to dinner." And they're all like, "Oh hell yeah!" So they all go give away everything they want, and then they're done. They're finishing up, had their desserts. They're all sitting back. Well, are you gonna go? Are you gonna pay for that, Kelso? No, man. This is a dine and dash. Means we dine and then we dash. You idiot! They were ready to. So they had to dine and dash. So that's where I got that at. It was a dine and dash. Oh yeah, so I like them little units, man. And that'd be the only thing I'd be buying right now, especially after I wrench my back. It's gonna be a few more days. Harry says, "Have you ever sold anything right at your clean out, right out of the locker itself?" I have. I've had people. Well, that happened when we were doing live auctions. When I actually went and we were bidding with an auctioneer, and sometimes even before I'd buy the locker, somebody'd say, "Well, I can't buy all that stuff, but if you get it, I'd like to buy that." I'm like, "Okay, we'll work something out." And
Yeah,
I used to do that.
Yeah, we've done that before.
Yeah, and you can make some, easy sales that way. I bought a locker one time. I think it was for like $150. And then I started finding a whole bunch of media, and this other guy said, "Man, I really like this locker." I said, "Well, I'll sell you the whole locker." Man, I'd already kind of gone through everything. Okay, what do you want? Oh, 300. So I paid 150, and he gave me 300 for the whole locker.
Oh.
And I'd already gone through and gotten a few things, but he was good with that. So I sold the whole locker. And could buy more after that because we used to go on a caravan. We'd go from one location to the next. So, I pulled into there with X amount of money, left with $150 more, and no stop. And a few other items that I pulled out of there. So, yes, to answer your question, Harry, yes, but it's a lot. You can't really do it on when you're buying them online because there's nobody there but on the live auctions, yes. Mad Dog said, "I'm glad you sold a lot of the good furniture. Did you sell the high-end hall tree yet?" Yeah, it had some issue. We sold it, but it had some missing pieces. I think we got like $80 for it because it had issues, but we did sell that. It was nice. It was a shame. Everything in that unit, furniture-wise, every piece of furniture had a little quirk to it. It would be either missing this little handle or this, or a drawer would stick. Everything was like that. I guess maybe it'd been sitting in there for so long, and maybe I don't know. But we ended up selling most of the furniture. I've still got one, two, three, about a dozen pieces left out of there, I guess. But all that stuff's selling. There's nothing good enough for 17 days other than a few lockers I've seen in your area. Say you're safe unless you decide. Yeah, well, you know what? Like I said earlier in the comments, Mad Dog, I really, right now, I don't care if I get one or not because I've got so much stuff. I really need to thin it out. It's getting out of hand. And my van's even full right now. So my van's full. Building 3's full. Building 2's full. Building 1 is crammed. So, yeah, I need another locker right now, like a hole in it. But that doesn't help my channel any. But I am going to put out a video at least once a week on the. Yeah, well, it is what it is. But there is some small dine and dash and extra space. We'll take a look at it here in a little while. We can go to 1:30 today, but I've got sales set up for then. It wasn't that I set them up at that time. It's when the lady said she could be here, and I'm like, well, we can just go to 1:30 today. Sound good, Glenn?
Yeah, that's cool.
Sometimes we go to 2. I think we've gone a little bit longer than that before, but it's all good. Was there any better stuff in that unit that was under $100? Better stuff in that unit. Let's see. There was a Bose. Bluetooth, which was cool. You're talking about that one. Yeah, the shoes. I think the shoes more than paid for the unit. That's back when I was still trading with Jay. I got gold. I got gold for the everything in that unit. So I actually did really well because since then that gold's gone way up in value. So actually the sales that I made and traded for the gold, actually my profit from that unit has been going up. So I love that. Nothing this week. Eric says there's been nothing worth buying around here lately. I understand that completely. I'm watching several this week. Let's hope for a winner. Hey, good luck, man. I know you're due because your last two, I know you haven't been really happy with. But when I saw him, when you opened up the door, I was thinking, oh, this has got potential. So I would have probably bought them too. So I understand. Sometimes they just don't pan out. And the stuff people decide to pay rent on, you're like, why would they do that? Why would they do that? Yeah. Hey, Glenn Swamp Pickers here. How you doing, sir? Good to see you. We're glad you swung in. Oh, hell yeah. Hope you're having a good weekend. We let Chucky out a little while ago, and he's still probably in the easement hunting something. And we've
How,
been.
how's your weather there? How's your weather there, Mark?
It is about 62 degrees, a little bit overcast.
That's nice.
Slightly drizzling, but it quit a little while ago, and nothing's really. Well, these cicadas are terrible. You don't get
Man,
any cicadas,
I don't
do
see
you?
I don't see any of those around here. I know they have them here, but I don't know.
They're loud and obnoxious, and they fly and they land on you and they stick to you, and then you'll walk in the house and all of a sudden, and you're like, oh shit! And there'll be one on your shirt, and they're loud. I had to walk out yesterday after I heard that, take my shirt off and flick them off, and there's trillions of them, man.
Are they just seasonal or?
Well, they don't even come every year. It's like they live in the ground for years and
Oh,
years,
okay.
and then they come out, and then they'll land all over everything you have, and then they shed their bodies into a shell, and that's how they, and then they move on, and but they leave these shells behind, and they've already cost us $200 because I think, well, we think that Thomas ate one and it had the shell still on it, and it got it. We ended up taking to the vet. It's $198. I mean, I mean that's not his fault. He's just a cat. He's going to eat. But they had those shell. We think that was the theory. That was the theory we had, and the veterinarian shared that could have caused the problem. But in general, they're okay to eat. But for animals, I guess. But they're obnoxious, man. They just don't stop. And later on in the afternoon, they get so loud you walk out there and it's like somebody's blasting a loudspeaker, man. It's terrible.
Yeah, here we have issues with fire ants and the pincher bugs. They call them airwigs.
Ooh, I think I'd rather deal with the cicadas than fire ants, man.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, they're all bad.
Yeah, you can kill those son of bitches and kill their nest, and the next day they're back again.
Yeah, I mean these critters here. There's no point in killing any of them. It doesn't do any good. So I don't even try to kill them. I'm just like sweep them out of the way, sweep them, catch one, just throw it, and then it'll fly and land somewhere else. It's just obnoxious, man.
So you said they stay dormant for a couple of years or so and then just come out?
Yeah, they stay dormant in the ground for I don't know how many years. 13 and 17 years?
Damn.
Yeah, they can stay dormant for 13 to 17 years. And then we were told when we had that big eclipse that it was going to cause these suckers to come out. And boy, they weren't wrong. And I don't know how that would make them come out, but boy, they're here. So whether there's anything to it, I don't know. But always try to stop by and see what's. I appreciate you, Harry. Yeah, we're just doing our thing, man. We're in year, actually, this is our fourth year doing this, Glenn. I went back into the archives, and this is our fourth year of this show.
Time's flying, isn't it?
Yeah, it seems to be.
We're almost halfway through the year already.
I just want to get this world back together, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, there's a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on, and we're getting so close. I would put out a little advice tomorrow. There might be an announcement on the new gold backed dollar, new asset based dollar, which nobody's talked about publicly. But I think maybe tomorrow being, we're getting close to America being 250 years old. And there's something going to come out. Something's going to happen soon. Something of that nature. The financial system, because the old system's dead, man. You know, it's just right. We're just still using it, but it's all going to switch over. And how that's going to happen, I don't know exactly. But we could get an announcement. I just got a feeling something's going to happen this week. I don't know how big, or we'll see. Oh, and I got my folium. These are these
Oh,
detoxify your body. There's actually three of them, and you take 3 tablets, one of each, 3 times a day till they're gone, and it's going to reduce take the metals that they're spraying in the skies and the other metals that in the products that they try to sell you, they sell you for food and whatnot. It detoxes all that stuff, and see how it goes.
well, you know something they need to stop is this lab-grown meat and vegetable bullshit they're putting out.
Yeah, Kennedy's on that. He did something the other day. He said the skim milk is poison. He said it's just, you don't want the skim milk stuff, so they're banning that, and dyes, and they're trying to get him to quit spraying this shit up in the stuff up in the air.
I can tell you how to stop that. Shoot them down.
Yeah, I know. I made that suggestion in a comment on one video, and it went, and then it wasn't there.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, please, that's just not.
Well, I seen somewhere where an electric company had drones and they were going around looking in people's backyards and stuff, and some older guy came out in his backyard and didn't know what the hell it was, and he went in and got a shotgun and shot it down.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why somebody might want to do that. I mean, they're flying into your space there. Yeah,
Well, I'm trying to arrest him, and he said, "Well, hell, I don't know what the hell it was. No one told me. There gave me a warning. There was going to be anything over my backyard."
so did they arrest him?
They arrested him, but I think there's some people protested. I can't remember what state it was in, but they protested and shit. So the DA ended up dropping the charges because I think he's like 80 years old.
Good Lord. Wow.
trying to protect his property.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got a certain airspace that you kind of own, don't you? A certain airspace.
I would think.
I mean, how much of our airspace do we actually own? That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that.
Well, I bet they'll send notices out from now on after that happened.
Yeah, I mean, if they're spraying stuff in the air that is hazardous for humans, doesn't that make you feel like a bug?
Yeah.
Throwing that out there for thought. So we're being sprayed. I think everybody should be up in arms over this. The problem is people won't. They'll look up. No, they won't look up. But then I used to go when we used to go to the live auctions. I'd be like, oh my god, look how hard they're spraying today. You couldn't get anybody to look up. They wouldn't do it.
They think, like when you're a little kid and you think you see something under your bed, you close your eyes and it go away, or they don't want to believe it.
Yeah, I don't understand people, man. I really don't. You got the. I filmed them before, where they'll go zzz through the sky, and then they'll do the zzz, and they'll do like a. I've seen them do actually like a pentagram, and then you can watch that stuff, and then it spreads out until the whole sky is like, oh, there's clouds, cloudy day. No, it's not. You think that's how you get those legitimately? Of course, it's not. And it took all these years just to get people to talk about it in government, because the government, they're not doing anything for us. They're the enemy. It's the way it seems like, because they can't tell the truth. They can't tell the truth. Selling pardons? Well, there must be a bunch of guilty people. They said there's like 6,000 pardons. How does that happen? She got 6,000 people that wanted a pardon because they were afraid that they would have accountability. Oh my God, that's sick, man. Yeah, we'll look at these in a little while, Mad Dog. We've got till 1:30. It's only 12:30, not even 12:30 yet. About. We are getting a second video to the one you found all the jewelry in. Are we getting all the jewelry in? Oh, is that one where I found $10,000 in gold and silver jewelry? Of course, that's probably worth 15 to 20 now. And I actually did put another video up in about that one, if that's the one. I'm going to be putting out a video every Sunday, and I'm going to try to pull some, because I mean, not that many people watched them the first time. I could put a video up about my cat getting on the roof and had one the other day that 18,000 views. 18,000 views. I could put one up about a storage locker and get 100 views. I don't know how.
Even if you found $10,000 worth of gold, it's still.
Yeah, I found that one where I found $10,000 worth of gold and silver jewelry and coins and all that. And I think I got 300 or 400 or 500 views. I could put up a picture of my cat jumping up on the roof. Get triple the views of that. But that's what I do though. So I got a variety channel. So I'm going to put them up there whether people watch them or not. I mean, because some people do watch them, and that's the ones I'm putting them up for. If you're watching, you're the ones I'm trying to show them to. But you had to pay if you were there. You would have had to pay probably the kind of money you'd had to have been corrupt in government to be able to afford, unless you're super rich. And of course, we're all going to have plenty of money, man. Even people that are flat broke, as long as they're here legally and got a birth certificate. When's this going to happen? I have no idea. I can't wait. It's all the system's in place now. If your bank's still there right now, then they're ready for the new system. And if you really want to see some funny looks on faces, go in and ask them if they're ready for the QFS, because they're still under NDA, and they're not going to be able to say anything. But they'll be like, we can't talk. You'll get a funny look if you want to have some fun, just to enjoy yourself. Walk into your bank and talk about it, just to get their reaction. That is fun. That is fun. Hey, Krista, how you doing? Yes, ma'am. You speak the truth. Yeah, and the truth is, that is so special to actually coming into a world where the truth is coming out. How good is that? We've been so used to BS and lies and corruption. Big pharma. I got their big pharma right. They can't fix anything. After all these years, they've still got the same medicines. I don't want to get into it there. That's a big no-no on you team talking about them because they're such the biggest lobbyist in Washington. They're the ones that pay all this money to get up. So we're paying like say $3,000 for this one hard, really what kind of drug? A really expensive drug. Get it over in like England for $88. There was this one guy that was rich and he was talking to somebody in Congress about that, and they said, "Oh well, the difference is there's research and development that we pay for here. You mean other countries don't pay their part for research and development? Apparently not."
Yeah, I know someone that takes medicine for their heart and pays $300 a month for it and get it for like a tenth of that in Canada.
Yeah, and all that's going to be the same. It's all going to be the same, and all that's going to be brought down to where everybody's paying the same thing, and that's why there's so many people that are trying to do nefarious things to
And hell,
certain people.
that's with his insurance. If he didn't have insurance, he said it'd be over double that.
Yeah, yeah, I understand, man. It's bad. Yeah, I had to go and go to the doctor the other day because after all these years, my blood pressure medicine that I've been taking, it's been fine. So I don't have access to a med bed yet. So obviously that's not going to happen yet. But I got up one day just 3-4 days ago, and then my heart rate was but out of nowhere. I'm like, well, shit. So I went to the doctor and they put me on a beta blocker. And now everything's fine. So that's another freaking medicine. So now I'm on 4 of them. It's just the same shit, different day, Glenn. I don't know. So yeah, you talk about getting stressed out and having that going on. You got. Well, I don't want to get into it because I'm normally not stressed out like that, but that'll get you stressed out. The DJ unit on Locker Fox is a 10 by 15. I ought to pull up Locker Fox. We can look at that today for something different. Might do that. Might do that, Mad Dog. If we want to see DJ Storage Stacker on Locker Fox, if you want to see DJ Storage Stacker on Locker Fox, okay, we might check that out. Or don't you do good on DJ equipment and stereo equipment? Not really. Not. I mean, not that it's not good to have. I've just. Well.
Yeah, we do better with furniture than we do audio or equipment or anything like that.
Furniture's like I said, we sell the holy hell out of furniture around here. It's our bread and butter. It's like I've said all along. At some places, like up in Ohio, all the buyers that we know up there, they can't sell furniture very good.
Yeah,
and, I just don't understand it. Don't they use furniture in Ohio?
Yeah, I know here, just like where you guys are at, we have no trouble selling furniture.
Oh, we sell the holy crap out of it, man. It sells good. I mean, we put it up there, and usually it's gone in a few days, sometimes right away.
Yeah, as long as you got good quality furniture, it's not that press board. Sometimes you can get rid of that too.
Well, those display cases that were in the back of this unit that I just got out of, they're made of pressed wood, but they've got like a fiberglass door that opens up the whole front of all the shelves. It's got a little latch and where you can lock your stuff and you can display all your. He probably had a lot of those airplanes and stuff and like that displayed in there. And they're pressed wood, so we're not gonna. We don't ask as much for those, but yeah, those are getting a lot of interest today, and I'm actually got somebody picking one up at 1:30, and then we still got one more, so there was 2 of them. Hey Andy, how you doing, sir? Good to see you. Yeah, we're just here doing our thing, man. Just doing our thing, man. Hope you're doing well. Hey dog, the one jewelry locker that I found had two lockers at the same facility. Was small dine and one with $200 worth of sports patches, more than an RC card, and there was a big one with jewelry. Oh, I remember we looked at that last week, didn't we? I think we saw one with had a jewelry box in it, but I don't specifically remember it. The DJ units at $10 would be tempting. Yeah, we'll take a look at that. Hey, Callie and Jordan squad's in the house. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Pretty good. Got on here to see how you were doing. We're doing. We're year 4 of this very famous live stream that gets 89 views sometimes a week, man. Boom, just like that. I don't mean to brag, but we damn near got 90 views last week. And that's how about that, Glenn? That's all right. We have fun, so that's all good, right?
That's all that matters.
And we're today that we are not sponsored by V8 juice, but it's very good, and especially when it's good and cold. And it's the equivalent of 2 servings of vegetables. There's that. There we go. Let's see. Glad you swung in, Glenn. Appreciate you, man. Harry says we have rabbits that eat your flowers. That's about as bad as it gets here. I don't mind the rabbit. We got our cats would chase them off if they come in around here. We get rabbits around here, but they're not really causing us any problem. I think there was one time they were eating stuff out of our garden, but it wasn't the worst thing in the world.
Rabbits and squirrels.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have them than these damn cicadas, man. I'm not even kidding about that. Went out to go to the store the other day, and there were cicadas all over the tires of our SUV. They were just stuck to the tires. So I'm going down the street flinging cicadas off the tires.
Well, hopefully after this year they'll go. You won't see any more for a few years.
I don't ever want to see them again, man. I'm tired of them. Let's see. I got the number for the extra space unit whenever you want. Yeah, I'm just going to try to get through the chat here, and then I like to go do that, and then come back to the chat and keep the chat involved as much as we can. And we got a good chat today. Harry says, you're talking about Lucas. They're getting ready to come out the red eye ones. Oh no. Red. Yeah, these cicadas have red eyes. Bright red. Yeah, Todd's talking about what I was saying. The eclipse was almost exactly when Biden dropped the president. Well, Biden hadn't been around since 2020. He's dead, but they now they're even admitting there's more than one Biden. Have you heard of now? They're finally starting to admit that there was more than one. They never admitted that the real one's gone, but I mean, the intel I've got is he was gone in 2020. And then those 4 years with Biden was a psyop, which people bought because you can sell the people anything if it's on. If it's on news, they had to go along with it.
Hell, if it's on the news, it's true, isn't it?
Pretty much, if it's on the news, it's false anymore. But because there's a new media going to be forming. The old ones they're dying, and they're not for the people, and we don't have a real media right now. We have alternative news, which is all I listen to. Yeah. Well, that's gonna stink anyway, Todd. Crap stinks regardless whether you're detoxed or not. It's gonna stink. What do you think's gonna happen, dude?
It'll stink worse if you're detoxing.
I mean, what do you think? You're gonna fart and it's gonna smell like roses? I don't know about that one. No, I'm going to do this daggone detox. Now, I had to pay up for this crap. But here we got them. It's the Folium. I don't know if you can see it. See the bottle?
Yeah.
Folium. sodium super, but this takes the metals that's been building up in your system, and I want those metals out of my system. So I paid for them because I've paid a lot more for a lot less for other things. So I mean, this is worth the investment. Let's see here, Harry, Todd. That's funny. Todd, did I? Where did I lost my spot. Oh, how did I do that? I lost it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Todd, that's funny. Yeah. Harry says, I know one thing. I'm not working tomorrow. I'm going to drink some damn beer tonight, and I might need to talk to the Stoner Nation again tonight. I'll try to swing by, Harry. I've had so many things. I've had one of the worst weeks I've had in a couple of years here this past week. Just shit. If it could have gone wrong, it did. Let's see here. How's this keep jumping on me? Oh, here it is. All right. Let me go ahead and start that so I don't lose it again. Yeah, we'll see what happens. The government would always say that they're spraying for bugs and weed. They're spraying. Well, yeah, it's because we're bugs to them. If you only knew the truth, man. Yeah, I can't get into that here. The truth is worse than you might think, man. It's worse. Spraying. I've seen pentagrams too. I have pictures. Yes, Krista, they have done that. And the problem is people won't look up. But now you've got Kennedy in office in the Trump administration that's taking these people on. And we haven't had that. You know, they've been able to do whatever they've wanted to do. And they probably get off on it, man. These are demons, man. You know, you can see them. I mean, when they're talking, there's something wrong with them, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, don't you, Glenn? There's something wrong with these people.
They make no logical sense when they speak, you know.
There is no logic. Yeah, they count on the people being dumbed down. You know, I mean that they between the metals in the sky to reduce your cognitive ability, and the schools taking away stuff that actually to teach
That's why
you.
I heard Trump mention one time. He said I could cure cancer and homelessness and have and everybody have all the money they ever want. And he said they'd still say we're we're in trouble no matter what.
Well, see, they don't want us to have the money. They want it all.
Yeah.
They want us to be the slaves to go out and do all the stuff, but they don't want us to have money.
That's why they're all these smart cities.
Oh, yeah, that's what they did in Maui and they did in California. And you know how they did that. I don't know how much I should say here, so I probably won't. But that wasn't natural. I'll say that.
Oh, yeah.
No, that wasn't natural. I mean, come on, wake the hell up. You've been deceived for what? How many? It's been more than at least since 1913. And I swear it's before that. Yeah. Stoner Nation talk. Yeah. Yes. And this is in the house, Harry. Yes. No, that's at 60. Oh, yeah. That $60 unit I bought with the jewelry that you took a break. Yeah, that was the one that that was a redo of that one. So that was that was a good profit locker because I got that for $60. How do you do that? How is it that you can get online, go to Storage Treasures, and buy a pack 10 by 20 with a box marked jewelry on it for $60, and there's furniture in there and trunks, and how does that even happen? So that was rare, and I was telling people, I said, this is not normal. I said, you just don't get these for $60. And it was only 2 miles from my house, man. So I'm like, hell, I just went up and I said, oh, I'm just going to rent this for a month because So what did I pay? Like 160. Whoop-de-doo. About 2 Lunker gold rings in there just alone. I mean, I could have gave the unit away and just sold the gold and been off. It'd been great. But I sold everything out of there, mostly everything. So you just can't find those kind for $60. That was an anomaly.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you imagine that, Glenn? Get a unit for $60, and you're looking at profit all over because furniture sells, especially if you're in an area that sells furniture, that you can sell furniture easily, and you got a box marked jewelry sitting right there.
Yeah.
How does that happen? So that was worthy of a redo, man. Or did you show us all the good stuff and most of the stuff left was trash? Well, I showed the good stuff. I mean, a lot of the stuff in there was a lot of trash in there too. I don't want to make you think everything was good in there because those 10x20s, even when they're solid, you're going to get some trash.
Oh yeah.
That one had quite a bit of trash in it. But as long as you're pulling big, good items out of there, it doesn't matter. Trash is easy. You can just throw it away. It takes us a while because we got 3 of those rolling 55-gallon drums. You get 2 for free. And if you want another one, it's like $10 a month. I paid the $10 a month because we always need that third can.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Yeah, that's nothing. You're looking at what, 30 cents a day, 33 cents a day. Yeah. Johnny, how you doing, sir? Good to see you, my man. Yeah, we've been doing our regular old thing, just waiting for our world to switch here. And yeah, it's all starting to happen, man. It's just a shame we don't have a media yet. We've got the alternative media who's going to step up, and like the Next News Network, people like that have been there, the Right Side News. All these are going to be elevated to real mainstream sources because after this whole thing switches to the quantum system, there's going to be what's going to be called the EBS. It's going to go on everybody's phone. You're going to get and then they're going to talk about what's been going on, and everything will never go back after that. It's going to be, the whole system's going to change at that point, and a lot of people don't even know what's coming. It's funny, man. It's kind of like being at a live storage auction and they're spraying the skies above, and it just is all kind of crap up there. I'm like, hey, man, check that out. The skies, they're spraying, like, nah, they won't even look up there. No, that's just plain leaving it chemtrail or contrail. Oh, really? And you know that without looking? Good job. Couldn't get them to look up. Would do it. Maybe they were afraid they'd see something they'd have to acknowledge it's real. They don't want to get their matrix disturbed or something, you know. Because there is a system in place that's deceiving the crap out of everybody. Some people can see it, and some can't or won't. I wonder if it's more won't or can't. I don't know, man. Krista's Mad Dog, we're dog parking. Here's Johnny. Thank you, Johnny. Good morning to you too. Yes. Harry, I saw your program yesterday. Watched a bit. Always fun. Yeah, Harry's entertaining. He can talk and have fun and laugh. And yes, sir. Good old Harry. Guys, I have stories. I bet you do, man. Yeah. Well, we know they're corrupt. We know that much, and it's probably worse than that. But now we've got people in government that are fighting them, and there's going to be a decision come from the it's called the Brunson case. Whereas, if you go back to 2020, the electors were to meet on I believe it was, I want to say a date that'll trigger it. They were to meet on January 6th, to where the electors would go in and they could challenge the results in a state. Well, you get to the first one, where I believe one of the first Arizona, they started in alphabetical order. Well, they didn't allow that, which so that was they weren't allowed to challenge anything. That case is going to render a decision where the end result could be where they nullify that whole election, and all of Congress can be. That's a real possibility, and I think that's how it gets cleaned out. That's one way it could happen. We'll see. And yeah, they didn't allow them to challenge. It was, and then they had the cover up from the, how do I say this? In what they called it. That was the cover story, man. But they got a real pardon. The ones that didn't do anything violent. The only violence I saw was the guy that shot Ashley in the face with no weapon at the door. Nobody talks about it. People that have took the metal detox medicine have went without blood pressure medicine after they took it. Some were completely cured. Well, I don't expect all that, but if it happens, that's great. But I'm doing the detox anyway because I don't want all that. I want to get more cognitive ability. For one thing, our minds are only using like 10% of their ability. I wonder why that is. So if you can take a little bit of this money, this fiat currency, and turn it into a way that you can detox this crap out of your system, why not? It's worth a shot, right? Good people talking good things about it. If you guys go to and look up Ishmael Perez on YouTube, do it. I've been watching him for years now. That's how I get a lot of my intel. That's one source. I got several that I really rely on. Yeah, wouldn't that be something? I've been doing meds for 40 years, and they're still the same. After 40 years of technology, they can't do any better. It must be a reason. It's probably this reason. They got this money in the pocket just to, and that's all it is. Everything's about who's paying off who, and we're sick of it. You know, this Fairness Act. Democrats did something good. Well, it's anytime you can get anybody to cooperate on anything, it's good in government. But there's been so much corruption there, man, that there's really three sets of people here, man. You got Democrats and, well, really two. Democrats and rhinos are one, and then you got the new, I guess you could call it the MAGA party. You know, I mean, Trump was brilliant in getting this passed with the with the no tax on tips and all that stuff, because he was building up Mike Johnson and these guys and the Thune character. They're rhinos, but he made it. He put them in a position where they had to go along with it. About one vote. Now think of all the people that were supposed to be in government. I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican. You're supposed to be in there to help your constituents. Problem is, they don't see the people as their constituents. They see the lobbyists and the big corporations and the oligarchs as that's how they see it. And that's the way it is. But Trump's been able to pull this off. And even, think about I don't want to go that deep, man. I was in the cardiac space, sarcastic. I was in the cardiac space. I bet you do, Johnny. There's so many stories that are kind of going to come out. It's amazing how easily people have been manipulated. I was one of them. I just happened to wake up 9 years ago. And Trump woke me up. That's right. Yep. Funds were withheld from retirees since. Yeah, and they use all that for themselves, man. It goes right into the old pocket. And you know why they like to give other countries all these billions, don't you? It's the way they get it. It's called a kickback. KBs. Yeah, they'll give them that. Only if they send a. That's why they cheat. That's why they cheat. Everything's corrupt. The whole system's got to go. You got to take the whole of the system down. You can't just fire a few people, but you could start out and fire a couple of 100,000 of them, and that'll start it. The whole thing needs to be downsized. Like say your government's this big, it has to be this big, and then you got to give more power to the states. That's where it should have been all along. And that's happening. It's gonna happen. It's so slow though. It's like, damn, we're dying here, man. There's people that we're gonna have. Everybody's gonna get their money back that they've stolen from us because they have the money back. They have the money in the gold. It's like $300 trillion now that's been repatriated to all the dicks and the us here. You think there was any money in Fort Knox? Oh, come on, there wasn't shit there. They might have had some fake stuff stacked up where it looked like there was some, but they hadn't taken a picture since there was the last picture they took of it was in black and white. I mean, think about that. And wow, the secrecy. Just a thought, man. They had other countries. Yeah, well, it's really not so much that. It's about keeping their. I got to be careful here. Keeping their operation of the commodities that they trade that would come over the border, the kind of commodities that can use legs. Some of the legs were little short legs. You know, some people were only like this tall. You know. What kind of people are short? Okay, I'm just trying to use code here. And how did all of a sudden 300,000 of them go missing? Okay, I've said enough. And what do they get out of that? Well, you can imagine, and it's not good. I think there's a certain trial of a certain person. Do I did it? Bop 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 chitty do diddy do 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 diddy da 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 diddy. Everybody in that is really shitty. Yeah, and it's worse than you think, man. I know some states in some areas they have a very hard time selling furniture, and some they don't want to pay a lot. Yeah, and Ohio's one of them. If I was in Ohio, I doubt if I'd buy storage units.
Yeah.
If I lived here, if I couldn't sell furniture, what the hell? How would I do that? Can you imagine, Glenn, if you couldn't sell furniture out of a storage unit for where you're at, how that would affect what you may not even want to buy?
Now we're just like you. That's one of our biggest things.
I mean, furniture's big money. I've sold furniture for more than $1,000 for a piece of furniture before. I've gotten $1,200 for a bike once. Bikes I sell good. Furniture, good. You get good furniture, you get good money. You get average furniture, you get average money. You get crappy furniture, you get a little bit of crappy money. But up there, they can't sell it they can't sell any of it. I just don't know how they can make it without selling furniture. I don't get it. Mad Dog, they don't want you to pay a lot. They don't want to pay a lot around here. You know, we actually try to give people good deals. What we do when we have a particular, let's say we got a dresser, a nice dresser, basic nice dresser. We'll go on Marketplace and we'll check our general area in a 5 or 10 mile radius. And we make the best price of all of them, unless there's a stupid low price. We just undercut the rest and then we sell it first. Or if we get a really good item, we put up a good price, but it's such a good item that we'll get it. you just got to know what works for you, you know. And we've been doing it since we've been buying storage units for what 14 years, but we've been doing on Facebook since 17, so that's 8 years. Yeah, so we used to just sell on Craigslist and stuff, which I hate Craigslist. I hated that. We didn't have porch pickups back then. I was so glad to get away from that. Um, this was one with milk crates and jewelry and a crock. And a crock? Oh, I thought you said that locker was a crock, man. Oh, in NASCAR, Locust, what's up? There's only, well, there even, well, there was, I think there's been more than three. I think the only one that really doesn't exist anymore was the original. That happened. That's been the whole last the year. There was a continuity of government thing going on in the background. What you saw was a lot of pantomime mixed with a little bit of reality, and it's so outrageous that most people wouldn't believe it. If you had you could have Trump say it right out loud and nobody'd believe it, even though he doesn't lie to us. American One News tells you how to. Yeah, you get some good ones, man. You just got to avoid the old what they call legacy media, because they're all owned by the big corporations and they're told what to say. They all get the same talking points, and you can see like some of the alternative news will show you a screen where there's like 30 of them, and they have a collage of all the talking heads saying from those news sources, all saying the exact same lines. Oh, good. Chucky's home. Oh, hang on. Do I got to shut the door?
Oh, yeah, I thought it was.
Did he maybe get out already?
No, he's eating.
You still see him? All right. Sorry about that. Chucky got out earlier and he was enjoying what he was doing. He just now got back. I don't like that, but Chucky's not a happy camper if he doesn't get his outdoor time.
Yeah, that's the same with Henry. We looked for him yesterday. He's gone for like 2 hours and couldn't find him, and then he showed up in the backyard.
Yeah. Oh, Sadie, I gotta let Sadie in. She heard the door shut. Hang on, sorry, man. Come on, Sadie. Sadie won't stay outside if the door's shut. She just can't do it. She'll come in when you call her, though. See, Chucky, he'll come in when he's damn good and ready, you know. Kind of like Henry, you know, he's got his way of doing shit, you know.
Yeah.
Humstone International's coming. Yeah. Humstone International.
Did you hear or see anything about they were saying something about Social Security is gonna double for everybody?
That's gonna go way up, and they're not gonna tax it either. And there won't be any. I think they're gonna go to a fair system where we're not gonna have an IRS, for instance. The Federal Reserve is gonna be gone already. All that stuff's they've already gotten rid of all that stuff. We're still kind of like limping down the road on that little spare tire, you know, that you get out in the cars, but of course that tire is smaller and it's flat. And we're going boom, 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 boom. That's what we're riding on right now. But the new system, in conjunction with Starlink, and this technology is quantum technology. It's not something I can even comprehend in my head to try to explain it. It's such a high technology that it's like nothing we've ever. It's unhackable. You don't have passwords. I don't even know how to explain it. I would make a fool of myself trying to explain it. Sadie, here, I got you these treats. I wanted to give her these so she'll calm down. There she goes. We got these treats that we give them sometimes when they're all excited. It's just a natural calming effect to them. Outstanding. Sometimes you get some very good unit steals for less than $100 on you. Sometimes, but man, they're rare. Yeah, I couldn't stop talking about that $60 unit I got. It could, because you just don't get a pack 10 by 20 with sellable items sitting out there and all these boxes and a box marked jewelry for $60. How do I not stop talking? How do I stop talking about that? That's just rare. There's Chucky. I'd like to show him to the camera, but he's. Yeah. Krista says citywides next week in my area. This year I'm selling instead of buying. Yeah, I have to go down south. That's like me, like I like watching people buy buy storage auctions, and I'll watch their videos like J&J Family Finds. I've been watching them as Eric Locker Lunatics, but J&J Family Finds, they find so it's great stuff, but they sell on Whatnot, and then they're, won't you swing on by, Stacker? And I said, oh, the last thing I need to do is buy something. I'll support your channel, but I just can't buy any more stuff. I've got to sell. So I'm kind of right there with you. You just want to sell. Just let me sell some stuff. Always buy. Oh, no. Outstanding. It's going to be very hard not to go and buy. Well, I mean, you got to have some situational awareness. If you see something that you could sell, that somebody's going to want to buy pretty quick, and you can get it cheap and make a bit of money, you'd be a fool not to do it. But just to buy willy nilly, when you're loaded down, that's all I'm saying right now. I need another locker right now, like I need a hole in the head. But if there's a certain locker down the street that's going cheap, and I'm like, God, I could sell that quick. I mean, you gotta just look at the situation. Well, I know this. I got 3 packed buildings right now and a packed van. So do I need a storage unit? No, I don't need one. I did mine yesterday, Kansas. That way I don't miss the big town wards and all the good stuff. Harry's got a good eye for that stuff, man. Mad Dog 668. I know that number. That's right down the street. We might be able to keep this live going a little longer today. I could just run out and sell it and come back. I don't, Glenn could sing a song. Can you tap dance, Glenn?
A little bit. Might not look pretty.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. We'll just see how it rolls. 668. That is Watburn. And I know the manager over there. I know all the managers are in all the extra spaces, and sometimes they get turnover though. But I mean, I know the ones that are currently, or at least the last time I've been there. Okay, well, I'm going to check that out here. We got time. Kristen, what do I do at our countrywide garage sale? Is go buy it on Friday and then have my sale on Saturday. Usually the Saturday sales pay for what about Friday? Smart. Kristen, Harry, our town is too small to just have a random sale, no traffic. Yeah, that's one where we're lucky about that here. We're living on a street that's semi-busy. It's the main cut through this residential area that we live in. And of course, we haven't had a yard sale in a while because I hate them. I'll be honest with you. I hate doing them. We did them, but I just don't like the way people do me, man. Like I've had people come in here and they'll buy 10 items and they'll negotiate each one, and then they come in to cash out, and I'll add them all up and I'll say, well, that's $50. Would you take 30? We already negotiated for this. You know what I mean, Glenn? That's the kind of thing that just makes me not want to do it. It's just that aggravating, cheap. I mean, I know people are trying to make money, or maybe they don't, but it just gnaws at me, man. You just got to have integrity. You've already made a price for everything. You're totaling it up, and then they want to renegotiate the total. Come on.
I always raise the price when they say, "Will I take less?"
No, I can't take less, but I tell you what, I can help you out. I'll add $10. So instead of 50, you can give me 60, and then you'll know how I feel. Well, See, that'll let you, that'll learn you what we're talking about here. Well, you said it was 50. Point made. You see? So you sure you want to go to 60 or do you want it 50? They'll either walk away or I've had people rip me off too, where I know they stole something. I could just see it in their eyes, and yeah. Not for yesterday. I put one up for last week. A clean out had some of that stuff yesterday. Yeah, Harry was trying to clean out his garage. Did you sell most of that stuff you said? Or good part of it? Just got to check it out later. Harry's got a thumb up. I remember a bit of a sale you had one year. It was a good one. That's right. Julie, you got Facebook? Would you hear Facebook if it went off? Okay, because I'm going to try to keep the live going because I haven't been. We got a good activity today, and Mad Dog wants to look at some lockers, and I kind of do too because he said something about Wadburn down here that's got something, and I want to look at it. And
I'll let you know.
okay, she's going to let me know when they get here, and it'll just take me a few minutes. I'll start a video or something you can watch in the background. And then Glenn said he'd sing a song or something.
I'll bet.
Yeah. Yeah, because we only do this once a week, and it's fun and all. Talk about good stuff here, man. I tell you, I wish we could really dive into it, but kind of like to be here the next week too. Yeah, the bipartisan bill corrected the rip of retires that started there. Yeah, I mean, we've been ripped off our whole lives. Well, I'll tell you what really ripped us off is when they turned our money into fiat. When you knew you were getting ripped off when the quarters they started handing you, and they were made out of a metal alloy that wasn't precious metals. You get to hold instead of a silver dollar, silver quarter, real money, real value. They hand you this. There you go. You got to take it, aren't you? Because you're dumb. That's right. And all the people that were against the Federal Reserve and all the bankers that didn't like that, wasn't it convenient that they went down? All of them went down with the Titanic, and the ones for it weren't on there. That's just a coincidence, isn't it? I'm sure of it. Please.
Well, they're gonna stop making pennies. That makes me happy.
We really don't need pennies unless they go back to 1955 prices, which is what I heard could be a possibility. I don't have any corroboration of that. If we went back to 1955 prices, yeah, we'd need a penny. But at the current prices, we don't need a freaking penny.
Not when it costs 4 cents to make a penny.
Yeah, that's stupid. You don't want to waste money. Why waste money? Government loves to waste money because they can get that. They want to think about the money they can get back by giving it all away. They don't give a shit about the people, man. I'll just tell you right now, they don't give a shit. I'll just say it. They don't care. You finally got an administration that's caring or doing what we want. And then you got all these idiots fighting them because they believe in all the stupid stuff that gets said. Oh, we got to send it over to Ukraine, get some more people killed over there. They don't say that part out loud. Why do you want everybody dead? Well, there's too many people. Now, you can actually get them to say that. Do you even hear yourself? I don't think people even think, man. I don't think they can. I never knew anything about that WEP ripoff. So much they've done to the public. It's worse than anything you think, Krista. It's much worse. I wish I could talk more about it here, but I can't. But they're not going to be able to keep it hidden for long. It was a 2-gallon Texas crock that you could put in a big plant with a crown. Cool. It was like Jed Clampett dancing. Jed Clampett was pretty cool, man. He was smarter than the people he was dealing with, man. He just had the real smarts about him. maybe he was a hillbilly, but he knew he was pretty smart. LOL. Sing it, Mad Dog. All right, wait, here, I'm going to start Krista's post, take it down, and we're going to go in there and we're going to see what Mad Dog's talking about. I know location 668. I know that one well. I bought a lot of units over there. Share screen. And let's see. Okay, we're up there. Okay, online storage auctions.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
You skipped over it, but I was going to tell you that Todd, Silver Hair Stacker, wrote Social Security Fairness Act sent him $9,300 last week and upped my payout by damn it, I lost it.
Oh, I missed that. I'm sorry, Todd. Yeah, I know we're supposed to get a big bump and our rate's supposed to go up. I'm looking for his post.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Yeah, I said sent him 9,300 last week and upped his monthly payout by $650 each month.
Wow. Yeah, I'm looking for that too. It just hadn't happened here yet. Well, I'm looking for it, and I swear I can't find it. Don't tell me YouTube took that down.
I just now found it, so it's still on my end.
I'll be damned. I can't find it. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen, Todd, but you know how things just seem to take forever, but it's starting to happen now. Here it is. Sorry about that, Todd. The windfall elimination provision is a rule that can reduce Social Security benefits if you receive a pension based on work not covered by Social Security while also receiving Social Security. Okay, that's not it.
No, it was before that.
How did I miss that?
I don't know.
I mean, that's good stuff, man. That's what I want to hear. That's actually something that happened.
Yeah, it says Social Security Fairness Act sent me 9,300 last week and upped my monthly payout by $650 each month.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg, Todd. Everybody is going to have money. Wait until we get the reparations for being ripped off our whole lives on our birth certificate. They use them as bonds and used us as security. Our tax dollars we were ripped off. Everything. We're getting all that back because they got the gold. They got all the gold. They got all the gold. And this is a global thing. All the BRICS countries, anyone that's going into the gold back, it's going to be a big deal, man. But now this means this is starting to happen. I have heard of people getting this, and this is another confirmation of it.
Yeah.
It's not showing for me. That post is not here.
That's weird. Yeah.
It's very weird. No, here it is. I had to go way back. Is that it?
No.
No, that's not it.
It's before that, I think.
Oh, here it is. Social Security Fairness Act sent me $9,300 last week. Was that like a bulk payback for you being screwed over the years? Is that kind of what he meant there on the? My monthly payout $650. Wow. Well, so Biden didn't do nothing there, man.
So it's starting to happen.
And that's just a drop. That's just they're going to start slow because it's like if somebody's thirsty, you don't take a fire hose and blow it in their face.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
This is all going to happen incrementally. And
they may do it by state to state, or who knows.
Yeah, some states are going to be farther along than others. Hey, Johnny, I appreciate you coming in, man. The Social Security Fairness Act ended the 45-year of unfairness. Well, everything's been unfair, man. was retro pay for what I was shorted in 2024. There's no, yeah, I mean there is going to be reparations and everything, and it's good to see these things are happening, man. Todd, I appreciate you posting that.
She's 30 minutes away.
Okay, she's 30 minutes away to pick up this. Okay, that gives us more time. He reposted it at the bottom. Okay. All right. Just can you give me a few minutes, Glenn? I just got to run it out front real quick.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say me out to him. All right. All right, that didn't take long. I just had to go ahead and roll that display case out from building 3 and take it out front. She's supposed to be here in 25 to 30 minutes. Sorry, guys. But at least this way we can keep this rolling. I will have to go out there and help her load it and take the money.
And I got to run to the restroom. I'll be right back, Mark.
Go for it, man. All right, I'll star that. Okay, we're in, let's go look for this 40299. I know Mad Dog wants to see this. So do I, because it's right down the street. 5 miles. Extra space. Which one is that? Let's see. Is that 668? No, that's not it. I'll go to the map. I'll find it that way. Oh, you big dummy. Come on. I'm slow when it comes to this stuff. Why did I do that? Okay. Well, I did it wrong again. Let me redo it. Okay. Show map. Okay. Here it is. Here it is. Where? Oh, there it is. Here's 668. Okay, you got this. It's $10. Oh my Lord. What am I looking at here? School bucks. Oh, good Lord. Now, some school books sell for good money. That looks like a brass pot. It's probably not brass. No, that's not brass. I don't like this one. I don't think that's what he's talking about. Ooh. Well, this was $40. Ooh, there's a funky shoebox there or something. Oh, I see. Man, look at all it. It's so dark you can't see in there. That's actually good. I bet you there's shoes in here. Yeah, you know what? The price of this one's going to quadruple at least. Just because somebody thinks they're going to get a load of shoes, they're going to pay up. They bring good money. Pictures are horrible. Well, you just got to imagine what's in the bags. And based on the one item you can see, I guess that's a shoe box. And they're saying shoes. I need this locker like I need a hole in the head, like I said. Let's see what else they got over there. Why is this 140 bucks? What's this one item in the back? Oh, it's that scooter. It's a mobility scooter. That's probably worth about $700. So, yeah, I'll let them fight that out. I'll let them take that. I'm not going to worry about that. We put that on Marketplace. They usually take the daggone ads down. We've sold them on there before, but it's because people saw the ad quickly. Oh, the keys in it too. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I think that's that mattress I was talking about. It's a good little buy at that price, but in 2 more days, you've already got this many people fighting for it. That'll be about $300-400. All right. Here we go. This looks decent. Miscellaneous. Anti-Brit. Kid wrote that. This one scares me. This reeks of crap. Yeah, it reeks of slobber toys, man. Oh boy. Plastic drawers. Yeah. This isn't gonna do it for me right now, this one. I mean, it's not horrible, but it doesn't do much for me, man. These little rolling suitcases sell well if they're clean and don't stink. Let's see if anybody's commenting. Four Patriots. Hey, Four Patriots. Good. Appreciate you swinging in. First time on your channel. Hey, appreciate you, man. Let me give you a membership wrench. It's free. Yeah, yeah, it's free. There you go. Appreciate you, man. It just means you're a member here, free of charge. There's no Lowe's boxes. There's no Lowe's boxes. There's no mattress. Oh, okay. And 11. This in the unit I was talking about, the mattress with the Lowe's boxes, Rubbermaid. Okay. Okay. All right. I got you. Let me look again. So there, I'm at the right. I'm at 668. I don't see any Lowe's boxes. Let me make sure. Let me read your post again. It's in a white clear totes with DVDs and shoes. And could this be it? Yeah, this is it. Okay. It is a 10 by 5. All right. I mean, it's got a little bit of potential. Man, if I needed a locker right now, I'd probably bid on it. Just because there's a lot of mystery, and I could probably use it. My mattress hurt my back. Let's see. Can almost see in there. Okay. Well, I'm seeing it. Hi, Sadie. Sadie. These pictures suck, man.
Yeah, kind of blurred, aren't they?
Yeah, these pictures are terrible. I mean, how can you tell what's in any of the boxes, man? Okay, I think we're seeing like DVDs or CDs or something like that in there. I don't know. That's not going to help much. I mean, the one thing I do like about it, it's a mile away. But Sadie, your food's right in front of you. Why are you doing that? Are you all right? What's wrong? Uh, I don't know. I'm not seeing the bang right here, man. I'm seeing a lot of potential in boxes. It looks like they just threw everything in that. What are you seeing, Glenn? Anything in particular?
No, I can't really make anything out of that mattress.
Yeah, I'm not really excited about getting a storage. And there's more than one here.
Yeah.
What else they got there? That one's not doing it for now. This one with the scooter, if you could get it for $140, you could make $500 right here. But that's not going to be $140. And then you got to try to get by the Facebook algorithm because it's considered a medical piece. And they'll take your ad down. I've sold them before though for like $700 because they caught the ad before they took it down. I've had that happen. And this one's got shoes. This one right here actually has some hope.
Yeah.
I think that's a shoe box, and I'm thinking if this could be a payola here, that'd be the one I'd probably shoot for if I was going to buy another storage unit right now. But you can't see in there.
No. They need a
It's
damn
called,
spotlight or something.
it's like a mystery box, mystery boxes, and then I see jeans, and that's one thing KT Treasure sells the hell out of up in Ohio. They sell the hell out of clothes. Excuse me. Okay, well, what's that say? A a bathing ape. A bathing ape? Is that anything? Bathing ape. Bathing ape. I've never looked that up before in my life. Oh, they got expensive shoes and clothes. Wow, those are expensive, man. Of course, I don't know if there's anything in that box. Okay, this one's the one that's got the potential from over there. I mean, I can put it on my locker auction watch. I just did. Well, I'll be right back, Glenn. I got to do the same thing you.
Okay.
Take a second. Sadie, do you have a complaint now? Sadie's complaining. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, I like this one. I just think it's got some. If they're spending good money on like a bathing ape, I swear I've never heard of that brand. Have you, Glenn?
No, I haven't.
But I just looked that up, and they're expensive. So let's just suppose there's more of that stuff. The reason they can't pay their rent is because they can't afford it now because something went wrong. That looks like a hat. It's tempting, man. Well, it's on my auction watch. I'm going to take a look at that because that's not going to be any trouble to flip that. That's not going to take up a lot of space. But I expect this price to jump significantly between now and the 28th. A bathing ape. What a dumb name. Oh, there's two locks down there. So this has been up before. I don't remember seeing this. There's two locks right there. Huh. This is just a shot in the dark, but the only clue is the bathing ape box. But that's an expensive item. So that might be enough to, this could be a good buy. I'll just go ahead and say it. See what Mad Dog's saying. Who knows? Maybe you could still steal it. Maybe you can even steal the mattress unit. I like this one with the bathing ape. I like the bathing ape unit, man. They tried to save it twice. Yeah, the two lockbox. Yeah, shoes. They took bad pictures of all the name brand shoes. Yep, pants if they lot them up. Yeah, I know what a lot of people what we're doing is like taking a bunch of just regular clothes and putting a tarp out on the ground for a yard sale. Just piling clothes up like a big pile, and they'd have these bags. You could fill the bag with clothes for one price, whatever that price you want to make it. That's one way to move. If you got just a mountain of clothes you want to sell, maybe just regular off-brand stuff.
It's a way to get rid of them.
Yeah, and then whatever doesn't sell, just donate the rest, and you can make some money. And that's one way you can do it. All right. Well, there's not much else to look at on that one, but I like that. What do we got here? See, this is one I just can't buy right now because I'd have to see just gold rings sitting right there, and then it would be $1 billion to get it. Uh, Usually I start seeing bright colors, I get paranoid. It depends. And there's a mattress. Look at all this crap. I'm hating it. I'm despising this unit, Glenn. Marbled, marbled end table. Oh my God. That's what it says on the box. And that doesn't sell till 16 days. That one's not even one to be looking at. All right, well, I'm going to come back into the chat. Let's see. Boom, boom, There we are. Yeah, we lost everybody. Let's see where we left off. Where did we leave off? Can't find it. I saw, hey, Jody's in the house, Marketplace Boutique. I think I missed her and she left. Sorry about that. For Patriots. Hey. I gave you a free membership wrench. Finally found eggs today. All right. Way to go. That's what scares me for 20 bucks. It makes you think there's nothing but clothes. Very well could be. Slobber toys. Yeah, I just don't want to get involved with slobber toys. Hey, Eric. Got to get back to the grind. Hope everyone has a wonderful week. Same to you, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, this is a unit. This is the one I was talking about. You see the shoes on top of the mattress. It just to me it was risky for me, man. At this point, you're looking right at the shoes right now. There's over $100 worth of shoes. Hey, Patrick, how you doing? Doing your lawn work? Wanted to fly by and light up the thumb. Right? We need all the thumb lighting we can get. That's right. The pictures of the shoes sucked. I could barely see them in the shoe. That's like that video I put out today. The pictures in there sucked on that locker too, but it paid off. I mean, but I had paid $200 for the unit, so did take a little bit of a risk. But generally speaking, shoe units, when you get a lot of shoes, they're usually okay. DVDs and shoes. Depends on how much stuff I sell, man. I got to get some space. Yeah, they're going to be here any minute. Yeah, we'll probably just go for. Let me go through the chat here. You see the shoes above the mattress? Yeah, I've seen it. Stuff done. Thanks for coming in, Chris. Appreciate you. There's two. Yeah, I saw that. People do very good with pants. Yep. KT Treasures, they do great with that. Benny jokes Oakland Hayes hat. I saw that. Too bad you couldn't see the shoes on top of that because they took. Maybe you could still steal it. Maybe you could steal the mattress unit with the shoes. Thanks, Jody. I appreciate you. Might be worth bidding. Might be. You got to consider, man. I am flush with stuff right now, man. I would have loved to see what was behind that mattress. Yeah, that's true. That mattress could be hiding some good stuff. Find the shoes above the mattress later. Yeah, I might take a look at it later when I can focus more on it. Nike shoes, Air Jordans, worth 50, $60. Yeah. All right, guys. I think we're just gonna go ahead. It's quarter till. Had fun, man. But I gotta sell some stuff. So yeah, we'll probably end the show, Glenn.
Okay.
All right. Well, had fun, guys. I hope y'all have a great rest of your weekend and great week coming up. We're here every week. And we'll come back and do it again. And I appreciate all of you. But sorry I had to jump out fast, but I got sales to make and stuff to load into a vehicle. So I'm going to go ahead and kick it out. So anything you want to throw in there, Glenn?
No, everybody have a safe holiday weekend.
Well said, my friend. All right, guys. Let's see. I'll leave you with. Let's see here. I didn't make an outro video, so we'll just go with the. We'll go with. Yeah, let's do this. I'll see you guys, man. Take care.
Hey, Mark.
Back to the future.
What is that? A plunger? What the hell? What's going on here? Where's the money? Oh, God. How about this? Wouldn't you really like to have this? Wouldn't you?
See ya.